Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us today. We're going to move through about a 30-minute practice focusing on hamstrings and glutes and a little bit of core. So make sure you do have 2 blocks and a strap handy, and then go ahead and meet me seated on your mat. Once you find a comfortable seated posture, bring your hands to heart center and close your eyes. Just settling in for a moment, take a few natural breaths. As you start to sit up nice and tall, maybe roll the shoulders down the back. Breathing in and out through your nose. We'll take 3 slow breaths together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Another full breath in. And a slow breath out. One more time, nice long inhale. And a slow exhale. At the end of that exhale, gently flutter your eyes open. You can let your hands come to rest on your knees or thighs. Start to roll forward. Make your way to a tabletop position. So coming to all fours. Once you get there, just taking any natural movements to start. Maybe you sway your hips side to side. Maybe you find some gentle cat-cows. Maybe even stretching out the backs of the legs a little bit here. Eventually meeting me in stillness. Make sure your shoulders are over your wrists. Hips are over your knees. 3 cat-cows together, moving with your breath. So inhale, lower the belly, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, round through the spine. Find that nice cat back. 2 more times. Slowly inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, look up. Exhale, round through the spine. Tuck your chin to your chest. Last one, slow inhale through the nose. Pull the chest through, look up. Exhale, round through the spine. Hug it all in. Good. Slowly make your way back to tabletop. Find that neutral spine and flat back. Once you're there, extend the right arm out in front of you and the left leg behind you. Find spinal balance. Tuck the tailbone a little bit. Press through that back heel. You can stay right here in this balance, or as you exhale, hug your elbow towards your knee. Find that cat back. Press through the left palm. Inhale, lengthening out long. Do it 2 more times. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, lengthen. Last one. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale, lengthen. And then lower the knee, lower the hand. Maybe reset the spine a little bit, and then we'll do it on the other side. Extend the left arm out. Extend the right leg back. Stay right here. Find that nice straight line, straight spine, or exhale, hug your elbow to your knee, round and squeeze. Inhale, lengthen out long. 2 more times. Hug it in, elbow to knee, round through the spine. Inhale, lengthening out long. Last one, exhale, hug it in. Inhale, lengthen out long, fingertip to heel. And then lower the hand, lower the knee. Reset the spine, maybe wiggle a little side to side. When you are ready, come back to that neutral spine and flat back your tabletop. Then tuck your toes, lift your hips, find downward facing dog. You can take a few breaths here in this downward facing dog, just warming up the shoulders a little bit. Maybe pedal out the feet, bend the knees. Maybe even move your head side to side. Eventually settle into stillness here. With your next inhale, bend your knees, look forward, carefully step your feet towards your hands. Once you get there, set up a ragdoll. So take the feet about hips width distance. Hold opposite elbows, knees can bend. Upper body might sway side to side, or you might be here in stillness. Just let everything be heavy. Good. From your ragdoll, release the hands towards the mat. Heel toe the feet together to touch. Find a halfway lift and a flat back. So your spine is straight and your legs are straight. Your hands might be on your shins. They might be on your thighs. Exhale, fold forward. Spine can round. Use your legs. With the next inhale, come all the way up to stand. Reach the arms up, look up. Exhale the arms by your sides. We'll do 2 more sun A's. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway to that flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back to plank. You can do this on your knees or you can do this on the balls of your feet. Exhale, bend your elbows, lower yourself all the way down to the mat like a plank of wood. Make sure the hands are at the low ribs. Hug the elbows in towards each other. Inhale, lift your chest. Find cobra, find that back bend. As you exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, find downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths here, nice and slow. In and out through the nose. Think about tucking the tailbone just a little bit here and getting long in the backs of the legs. Press the heels towards the mat. With your next inhale, bend your knees, look forward, carefully step your feet towards the top of the mat. Come right into that halfway lift, flat back, straight legs. Exhale, fold in. Use the next inhale, come all the way up to stand, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, arms by your sides. One more sun A, lift the arms, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway to that flat back. Hands might come up to shins or thighs. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back to plank. Again, you can always do this on your knees. Exhale, bend your elbows, lower all the way down. Bring your hands next to your low ribs. Hug the elbows in towards each other. Press the hips down. Lift the chest. Find your back bend. As you exhale, tuck the toes. Lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Just reset. Get settled. Take one more nice long inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. With your next inhale, bend your knees, look forward, walk or step to the top of the mat. Find that halfway lift. As you exhale, fold forward. Listen carefully, bend your knees, sink the hips low, reach the arms high, find chair pose. Take a few breaths. Sink the hips a little lower. Roll the shoulders down the back, maybe look to the fingertips. Take another breath. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Find your version of chaturanga here. Bend your elbows, lower down, maybe hover, maybe come all the way down. Inhale, lift your chest, find your back bend. Exhale to downward facing dog. Once you get settled in that downward facing dog, take an inhale, lift the right leg up and back. Come into a three-limb dog. As you exhale, think about that cat back. As you roll forward, hug your knee towards your nose. Inhale the leg up and back, three-limb dog. 2 more times. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale the leg up and back. Exhale, hug it in. This time, step the right foot between the hands. Stay on the ball of your back foot. Make sure your heels are not in line. Make sure they're on railroad tracks. Use your legs. Use the inhale. Come all the way up to high crescent. Good. Get stable here first. Work to just straighten out that back leg. Press through the back heel. Can stay like this, or option 2, tap the left knee down and then straighten the leg. Do it a few more times. Tap and straighten, tap and straighten. Keep going. Try to keep the hips low and just straighten out that leg. 3 more. 2 and 1. Straighten the leg. Good. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat. Step the foot back to plank, knees or toes here. Exhale, lower yourself down. Inhale, lift the chest. Find your back bend. Exhale, find downward facing dog. Take a moment to reset here. Maybe take a breath. With your next inhale, reach the left leg up and back. Find that three-limb dog. As you exhale, hug the knee in towards the nose. Round and squeeze. Inhale, up and back. 2 more. Exhale, hug it in. Inhale the leg up and back. Last one. Hug it in. Squeeze, 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 and then step the left foot forward. Feet are on railroad tracks. Heels are not in line. Inhale, come up to high crescent. Get stable here. You can stay just like this. Option for those knee taps. Knee lowers down and the legs straighten. Hips stay low. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Exhale, bring the hands down, frame the front foot. Step the left foot back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the chest, find your back bend. Exhale, tuck the toes. Lift the hips. Find downward facing dog. Take 2 more full breaths. At the end of that exhale, lower down onto your knees. Sink your hips towards your heels. Find a little seat and then bring your legs out in front of you. Come to sit all the way down. Legs extend out long. Here's where you might want a strap. Coming into a seated forward fold. So attempting to keep the legs straight if possible, and the spine straight if possible. You might also sit on a block if there's really a lot of tension in your hamstrings, just sitting up like this. So Drop can come around the balls of the feet. Spine stays straight. Legs stay straight. Take a breath in. As you exhale, start to hinge forward. Think about the collarbones spreading wide. Shoulders rolling down the back. Maybe you come a little lower on the strap as you settle in for 3 more breaths. Use the next inhale, slowly make your way up out of the fold. You can keep the strap if you want to. The next one is also a forward fold. So you're going to bend your right knee. Bring the sole of the right foot to your inner left thigh. And extend that left leg out long in front of you. Option for the strap around the ball of the foot, or just hold on behind the thigh, the calves, maybe you catch the toes. Again, find that nice tall spine, straight legs, take a deep inhale, and then exhale, hinge forward. Shoulders roll down the back. Left foot is flexed, nice, slow, even breaths. Use your next inhale. Slowly make your way up out of the fold. Keep your legs as they are. You're just going to lift up that right knee. Plant the right foot right outside, sorry, right on the inside of your left knee. Left leg stays out long. Get light on your fingertips and just bring them out in front of you. Point your left toes. You're going to lean back just a little bit, but I still want you to lift your chest. With your exhale, lift the left leg. Tap the heel down, lift and lower. Lift and lower. You got it. Lift and lower. 2 more. Lift and lower. Lift and hold, 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 hold. Breathe. Lift it a little higher and lower down. Switching sides. Extend the right leg long. Bend the left knee, sole of the left foot to the inner right thigh. Sit up nice and tall here. Maybe you have the strap around the right foot. Take an inhale, get a tall spine. As you exhale, start to hinge forward. Maybe you're holding on behind the thigh or the calf. Maybe you catch the toes. Still thinking about the shoulders rolling down the back and the chest coming towards the thigh. Use the next inhale, slowly make your way up out of the fold. You know it's coming this time. Plant your left foot on the inside of the right knee, hands out in front of you, just a little balancing on the fingertips here. Point the right toes. Lift the chest even as you lean back just a little bit. When you're ready, exhale, lift the right leg. Tap the heel, lift, tap, and lift, tap, and lift. 2 more. Tap, lift, tap, lift, and hold, 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 hold. Lift it a little higher. And then release. Good. Hug your knees to your chest for just a moment. Cross the shins. Give yourself a little squeeze. And we'll set up for Baddha Konasana. That's that butterfly shape or that diamond shape with the legs. So the inner arches of the feet can touch, knees out wide. Doesn't matter how big the diamond is. It's wherever you can sit up nice and tall in your spine. So the feet might be farther out. They might come closer in. As long as you're sitting up tall, hold on to the outer edges of the feet or the ankles. Find the nice tall spine. Energetically, actively pull your knees down. Use your legs, use your inner thigh to pull the knees towards the mat. Take a couple of breaths. Good. With your next exhale, start to hinge from the hips. Straight spine, pulling the knees towards the mat, using the strength of your legs. Chest comes forward. Good. Use the next inhale. Slowly make your way up out of that fold. Take your legs wide for a wide leg forward fold. Same idea here. Doesn't matter how wide the legs are. It's wherever you can sit up nice and tall. Flex both feet. Spine stays straight. Legs stay straight. Engage your quadriceps so the backs of your knees maybe even lift up a little bit. Start to hinge forward. Straight spine. Straight legs, active legs. Maybe hold the thighs, maybe hold the calves. Maybe you find the outside edges of the feet. Take 3 more breaths. Chest is coming forward. Legs are active. Breathing in and out through the nose. Use the next inhale. Slowly come up out of that fold. Bring the legs back together. Adjust yourself on the mat if you turn sideways like I did. Find your way into boat pose. Make sure all of your props have moved out of the way. So find your version of boat pose, something that you can hold and sustain. It's that same leaning back that we did with the leg lift. Knees could stay bent, toes might stay on the mat, and maybe you're holding on behind your thighs. You could stay just like this. Maybe you lift your shins and they are parallel with the mat. You could still hold on to the backs of the thighs. Maybe you extend the arms out long. Maybe you straighten the legs. It's your choice. Take 3 more breaths. Good. Stay with me. Stay with me. We're going to slowly lower our boat. So coming down, straighten your legs. Heels stay lifted. Shoulders stay lifted. Back of the head stays lifted. Reach the arms overhead. Hollow body. And then come back to boat. Take a breath. Good. A few more times. Slowly start to lower your boat with control. Legs extend out, arms reach overhead. Take a breath. Inhale, come back to boat. Let's do 2 more. Slowly start to lower your boat. Sink your boat, reach the arms overhead. Everything stays lifted. Good. Come back to boat. Last one, I promise. Slowly. Start to lower down, straighten out the legs, reach the arms overhead, hollow body, tuck the tailbone. Good. Come back to boat. Hold your boat. And then release. Cross the shins. Hug the knees in. Give yourself a squeeze. When you're ready, plant your feet. Make your way all the way onto your back. Maybe you need a full body stretch when you get there. You need to wiggle your hips a little bit side to side. I know we're laying down. We're not quite done with all the work. We're almost there. Plant your feet, bend your knees. Make sure you can touch your heels with your fingertips. So if you can't quite catch the heels, walk them back a little bit closer towards your hips. Feet are about hips with distance. All 10 toes face forward. I want you to tuck your tailbone here. So what I mean by that is if it's just loose and you're not active, there's probably a small gap right here in between the low back and the mat. So if you tuck your tailbone, you're pressing your low back down. I want you to keep that engagement in the pelvis as you start to find your straight line bridge. So we're not going for a back bend here. Press through all 4 corners of the feet, find that tuck of the tailbone, press it down into the mat. Keep that tuck as you start to lift the hips. It's not going to come up maybe as high as you would if you were going for a back bend. That's okay. Good. Come up as high as you can with that tuck and then lower about an inch and lift an inch. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up to the top of your bridge. Stay here. Come onto the outer edges of your feet. Let your knees flop open wide just a little bit and find those same pulses. So lower and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lift a little higher. Come back onto all 4 corners of the feet. Lift higher, lift higher. And then slowly lower everything back to the mat. You can hug your knees in towards your chest. Maybe give yourself a squeeze. You might rock side to side. Come back through center. If you are rocking side to side, keep the right knee hugged in. Extend your left leg out long. Coming into a spinal twist. So bring your right knee over to the left side. You can rock onto that left hip, but then adjust the shoulders so that hopefully the shoulders come back onto the mat. Maybe extend the right arm to the right if there's space for it. Look to the right if that feels okay on the head and neck. Starting to let go of the effort here, starting to soften a little bit. Enjoy the stretch. Maybe slow the breathing. Eventually beginning to unwind, coming back through center. Finding that stretch on the other side. Extend the right leg out long, hug the left knee in, and then find this twist to your right. So the left leg moves to the right, you come onto your right hip, then adjust the shoulders. Both shoulders come back onto the mat, left arm to the left, maybe gaze to the left. Eventually coming back through center one last time. Take your time, hug your knees to your chest, but this time hold on behind the thighs. Start rocking forward and back. So rocking lengthwise down the spine. Eventually you can rock all the way up to a seat. Once you make it to a seat, sit up nice and tall. Let your hands rest on your knees or thighs. Maybe even close your eyes. Take 3 more slow breaths together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Take another full breath in. And a slow breath out. Last one. Long inhale through the nose. Slow, complete exhale. At the end of the exhale, bring your hands to heart center. You can flutter the eyes open. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your practice today. I hope to see you again on your mat soon.